Does your home need a makeover? Are you planning to update your kitchen or bathroom maybe? Well, this weekend you can see the newest design trends and remodeling styles at the New Jersey Home Show. Joining us this morning, Mark Clement, a tool expert and do-it-yourself pro who also happens to be presenting at the show this weekend. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited.
And you were at the show last night. You're there all weekend. Before we get to what you're going to show us, tell us a little bit about what people can expect at the show this weekend.
They can expect all kinds of stuff. If you're doing projects, if you're looking for a contractor, if you're just looking for design ideas, or if you want to make something out of pallets, which is a thing.
Huge trend right now.
It's a thing, and I'm split, actually. I'm here to half convince you to do it and half convince you to not do it.
Okay, why?
Well, because pallets occupy this weird space of they look good from far and far from good.
Okay.
And it depends who you are, what you want to do, and what you want to accomplish. So I've made some things here that I can show you. Some people like this, for example. This I've made just a little thing that you could put art on.
Okay.
Very easy, but it's all cracked and broken and full of nails. So if you've got a little OCD, not saying that I do, but could you just stand a little to the left? This might drive you crazy. So you need certain tools and certain things to work with pallets so you don't get frustrated.
And when you generally, people are going to go for a pallet kind of probably want a less perfect, more unfinished kind of look to their project, right?
Yes.
A little bit more rugged kind of a feel to it.
The implied promise of pallets is there are these like rustic, dripping with rustic, modular Lego style things, except that they're kind of not.
They're kind of not. But you can use them for, so you have them as a shelf here.
Yes.
And it could kind of be a little bit of everything.
So you can make all these things with it, and you need certain tools. This is the one that you're really going to want.
Is it plugged in? So how do you start this whole process? I mean, for starters, how do you go around finding a pallet, and how do you know which one's the right one to use for your project?
Sometimes grand theft is, you know, get permission, because, you know, you don't want to just wheel around in the back of your big box store and take it if they're using them. So you need permission. You can make your own. You can get some rough sawn boards and make your own. Or ask a friend, or if you get a delivery or something like that.
So now that the weather is getting nice, a lot of people are doing some updates to their home. What are a couple of things, as a do-it-yourself expert like yourself, that people should be keeping in mind as they are doing some updates?
Absolutely. As the weather gets warm, you want to check your deck. If you have a deck or a porch on your house, check to make sure that it's safe, that things are fastened and put together properly.
From the winter.
From the winter, if you've just bought a new house, people like to move in the springtime. So that's a good one. Curb appeal's another one. I always love to do a new mailbox, like a new cedar post on a mailbox, because the snowplow, we had this huge storm over here, Jonas.
Right.
And everybody's mailbox is like this. So.
And Mark, are there some projects that you think people might mistakenly think they can't do themselves that are actually pretty easy, and vice versa, things that people try to do themselves that they don't realize is actually quite difficult?
I have a rule. If you don't know all the tools that you're going to need or what they're called, you probably shouldn't be doing that project. Okay, just because you can tear your bathroom out doesn't mean you can put it back in.
Right.
Yes, and it's not as easy as it is on TV.
That's a good rule.
And you're going to be at the show today talking about, tell us.
I'm talking about
everything.
Everything, but mostly it's going to be about pallets and all the things that we can do. You can paint them, you can even burn them.
Okay.
To put a cool finish on it.
Oh, that's a cool idea.
Cool.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for coming in. We really appreciate it. There's also some food we hear at the show. And
there's a whole culinary section.
There's a whole lot of stuff going on. So to find out more information about the New Jersey Home Show, you can head to our website, cbsnewyork.com.
Let's get a final look